All right, we are live. I am back. 2024, starting off this new year, new setup, new things. I'm still working on some stuff. Again, I did this whole new little setup right here. I didn't like the setup that I had previously, so going forward, I'm going to be moving on with this. However, in this video, we got a lot of things to talk about, a whole bunch of things to talk about. Well, I can't get through everything. I mean, well, with Power World situation right here, Nintendo fanboys is out of control. I'm probably gonna save that for the following week, next week, and I'll talk about that and everything else. But more importantly, this one I can't really ignore, and I sat there, I was contemplating on whether or not should I do a video live on this or not. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to just do the video, get it out the way, for the Microsoft situation, right? The developer direct. I did watch it. Unfortunately, I didn't do a reaction to it because I was at work and stuff like that, but I did see it. So I wanted to give my overall thoughts and impressions and talking about things like, physical media, digital stuff. So there's a bunch of things I do want to cover and talk about, and hopefully you guys enjoy the entertainment. We do got a little bit of salt as well, so I threw that in at the end of this video. We're gonna talk about a Pacific female gamer, which is, well, so-called for the win, more like the loser, but we'll get to it. We'll get there when we get there. But yeah, so this is a whole new thing that I'm doing as well, which is called off the top, which this is basically is off the top of my head. This is, raw, uncut, unfiltered, unedited. This is just basically my opinions and my thoughts from a gamer, from a consumer perspective. Again, I'm not getting paid on YouTube. I don't got sponsorships on here. I'm not getting, like donations and stuff like that and all that crazy stuff. So this is strictly like if you want to hear somebody's opinion that somebody's like actually like, working like a 9 to 5 job, working and stuff, and coming home playing video games and stuff like that, and whatever, entertainment and stuff. This is where the channel you need to be at. This is where you should be subscribing, because again, I'm not asking for money. All I'm asking is for, likes and subscribe buttons, and that's it. Nothing crazy whatsoever. But without further ado, let's get into the video itself, because we got our first topic right here, which is the Microsoft layoff, which is 1,900. And I'm going to let Dustin kind of like go over it a little bit, and I'm going to give my 2 cents on it.
Being said, Blizzard president Mike Ibarra has also decided to leave, and Blizzard's survival game has been canceled. Microsoft is laying off 1,900 employees at Activision Blizzard and Xbox this week. While Microsoft is primarily laying off roles at Activision Blizzard, some Xbox and ZeniMax employees will also be impacted by the cuts. The cuts work out to roughly 8% of the overall Microsoft gaming division that stands at around 22,000 employees in total. The Verge has obtained an internal memo from Microsoft Gaming CEO Phil Spencer that confirms the layoffs. It has been a little over 3 months since the Activision Blizzard and King teams joined Microsoft. As we move forward in 2024, the leadership of Microsoft Gaming and Activision Blizzard is committed to aligning on a strategy and an execution plan with a sustainable cost structure that will support the whole of our growing business. Together, we've set priorities, identified areas of overlap, and ensured that we're all aligned on the best opportunities for growth. To me, that sounds like there were a lot of overlaps in terms of what was either being worked on or just general staff members. And unfortunately, this does bring the overall layoffs in 2024 to 60% of what had happened in 2023 total. Daniel Ahmad, he's an analyst, says that's 5,900 video game industry layoffs in 2024. So far, nearly 60% of 2023's total, and we're not even at the end of January. So we're already past a significant portion of percentage of all of 2023. 60% of layoffs just in January account for every layoff in 2023. That is very unfortunate news. As part of the
Okay, So I'm gonna just give one. I'm gonna make this one thing clear. I'm gonna just want to make sure that when I heard that when you know Microsoft and Xbox was planning on purchasing the whatchamacallit, the ABK, right? Activision and Blizzard. I sat there and I even said to myself, and before even the whole Activision Blizzard, kind of debacle, which I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. But even before that, right? I sat there and I said to myself in this chair, and I said to myself, yes, I know once they buy them, they definitely going to lay off people in that company for sure. Like, no, 100%, I already know right off the bat that they will be making cuts and they will be getting rid of people up and out of there. I already know. Like, it's not that hard to figure out that, again, when you're buying another company, don't be surprised that there's going to be cuts, layoffs, and stuff like that. Like, again, even for me, right? And I work in a different industry, but it's every industry, everyone is different. I work in the manufacturing industry, right? Like dealing with like parts and stuff like that for military stuff, dealing with, regular parts for like cranes and stuff like that, dealing with parts for like forklift drivers with their brakes and stuff like that. We make parts for them, right? And we got brought out, I think it was last year, we got brought out, towards the tail end of last year. So around 2023, towards the tail end, they got brought out, right? Now we're in a different corporation now, and there's some people that's in that job that has either been terminated or are leaving or retiring or whatever the case may be. I don't know the whole situation. Just note to self that, again, we're going through the same thing just as much as these people are going through. Like, it's happening everywhere, no matter what industry you're in. Like, whether or not I might have a job today and I may not have a job tomorrow, I don't know. I do not know. But again, everyone out there is in that situation right now, so again, I'm not too surprised when they was going to lay off people and get rid of people, right? So to me, I'm not surprised. As a gamer, as a consumer, I wasn't surprised. I already knew they was going to do this anyway, and even in real life, in my current situation, this is not surprising whatsoever because I have been laid off at one or two times of my life. So, and I'm like 30 something years old. I have been through this job, that job. I left jobs. People has either let me go from a job. Sometimes I got let go, whatever, or fired. We all been through this, up and down, all this kind of shit. So this is not surprising for me, I feel bad, sure, but again, I don't think, this doesn't phase me as a consumer whatsoever, because again, when I got laid off at my job, when I got whatever, nobody gave a F about me at the end of the day, So I'm not one of those type of people on here that be trying to do this whole song and dance, all this prayer shit and all this, whatever. I'm not doing it, It is what it is. It's unfortunate. Hopefully they'll get back on their feet at the end of the day. That's all I can really say. We all got bills to pay. They're no different from me because I'm in the same situation as them. So I'm not going to be one of those YouTubers or so-called gamers, those fake ass gamers, or those fake ass journalist gamers, like you already know, damage control guy, that try to make a video trying to be all this extravaganza shit. No, this is not some extravaganza shit. It is what it is. The second point that I do want to make is the fact that what I was saying earlier, right, the whole debacle thing, right? It's not surprising that not only they was going to lay off people, but I'm pretty sure out of this many number of people that was going to get laid off, I'm pretty sure, this is just my own opinion, my own educated guess. This, don't take it as like this is like definitive, but I'm not really surprised that most of those people probably got let go or cut because they probably got involved with the whole sexual harassment. I don't know if people probably did forget about this, but Bobby Kotick was involved with, sexual harassment, stuff like that, with reports and stuff like that. And that's why Bobby Kotick is being let go, because of the fact that he was pretty much a bad leader. He was doing sexual misconduct with people around the office and, probably their private secretary, their whatever. So most of those people from the top left, and yes, they got a golden parachute and shit like that. But, like again, when we're talking about Microsoft and Xbox buying in another company, and if they're getting reports and stuff like that, like, hey, there's sexual misconduct here, there's embezzlement, there's this. When you're buying a company, no matter what company it is, it doesn't matter if it's from PlayStation side, it can be from a Microsoft side, it can be even Nintendo. If they got reports of like their staff or whatever is being mistreated, they got embezzlement, they got whatever reports, whatever the case may be, they're going to come in and clean house. You know what I'm saying? They're going to get rid of those people. So for this number right here, I wouldn't be too surprised if it's just maybe like 100 employees or maybe 200 employees was probably involved with the sexual harassment, with the whole like queue crawl and shit. I don't know if I know probably people has forgotten about this, but again, I wouldn't be surprised with the whole 22,000 people, across the team, and that's including, like the Activision and Blizzard. I wouldn't be too surprised if 200 of those people or 100 of those people probably got cut and let go because of those sexual harassments or the reports in HR that they've been collecting, and they see like the list of names, and they probably was like, okay, you know what? All right, this person got to go. This person got to get up out of here. So I wouldn't be too surprised about that. So I'm not surprised. I don't know why people didn't think about that or forgot about that, but remember, they had a whole, like, and even the lawsuit, if I'm not mistaken, that there was a lawsuit that California was trying to get in on, trying to get a lawsuit out of the with Activision and Blizzard during that time, while Microsoft and Xbox was trying to buy Activision and Blizzard. California was trying to get into a lawsuit with them. So it was some crazy stuff. I can't recall everything, but honestly, if you just go on the internet, you go look back, or you type in the allegations of the sexual harassment report from Bobby Kotick and stuff like that, there was like at least a laundry list of things what was going on in there. So basically this whole 22,000 people that been let go or whatever, or approximately that, or 1,900 roles, out of those 22,000 people they got let go. I wouldn't be too surprised if those people was probably, like, some of those people was part of the sexual harassment and stuff like that. I wouldn't be too surprised that they got let go. Like, hey, you, Jimmy, hey, we're gonna have to let you go. I bet you, like, some people that are still there, probably some of those, women probably are happy because, like, maybe the men or some guy, like, right next to them in the fucking cubicle has fucking, they left, and maybe he was involved with shit. I know those women probably must be happy as hell to say, thank God that the fucking person that, or Microsoft has got rid of that person, get him up out of there. I'm happy. They probably can go to work, like, finally feeling comfortable and in peace, and they can do their job, than feeling like, oh, this fucking dude that did this to me, he's still fucking here, and I don't feel comfortable doing my job. So at least that's being taken care of. Like, again, this is just Microsoft coming in, cleaning house, getting rid of people. It's still a bad thing. Yes, they're laying off people from the beginning. I think they just did it saying, look, let's just rip the band-aid, let's just get them out of there and be done with it. And that's what they did. They did not do it later. They just said, let's just do it now. I mean, sure, can they keep these people? But again, they will still have to do this either way, because again, if they're getting rid of Bobby Kotick and all the top people with all those allegations, they're going to have to go through down the list too, because it also hits on the managers can be involved, right? The supervisor could be involved, and some employees could be involved. So I'm not surprised about this shit. Not surprised whatsoever.
This process, we have made the painful decision to, let me adjust this a little bit. We have made the painful decision to reduce the size of our gaming workforce by approximately 1,900 roles out of the 22,000 people on our team. The gaming leader.
Okay, so I made a mistake right there. So basically, they had to reduce this and out of the 22,000. Okay. And plus, it was some was redundant. It was overlapping, so I understand like they're just gonna bring their people to come in. It's no different from my job in the current situation that we're in right now. They're probably going to see where this company is at, where they brought them, and see, okay, what people do we need to be there? What supervisors do we want there? And what people that we do not need, we can bring somebody else there to whatever. I don't know how that's going to work in my job. It can work differently. It's not a Microsoft. But again, who knows? Like things, like again, I already have one of my boss, like the boss of the the company itself, that's in charge. He's gone. He's been gone since last Friday. So he's out of there. I don't know if he got laid off. I don't know if they let him go. I don't know if I don't know if he sit there and say, hey, I'm putting my 2 weeks, I'm leaving. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, he's out of there. That's it. They got somebody else that's in-house already, that's in charge of taking that role position. So, you know what I'm saying? So again, like things can escalate, things can change. So I'm not, again, it's not surprising. What else he says? Oh, because since, and also I think another thing too that's affecting this, like again, this is not just a Microsoft thing. Microsoft is not the only one that's at fault here. Again, there's like other, people that are at fault at this. When we're talking about, like, well, not other people, but like other corporation has done the same thing. Like again, PlayStation has done it. Laying off people right out of their studio. Right, they just put out what they just released last year, Spider-Man 2. Right. So they just released Spider-Man 2, and they already laying off people in that studio, Insomniac Studios. They laid off a few people off of there, like, right? So, at first it doesn't make sense, like, but then when you start hearing these fanboys nonsense bullshit, they be like talking about like, oh, it's console sales, we're selling consoles, Spider-Man 2 is amazing, it sells great, and all this shit. Right, and even if it didn't win rewards or didn't win any awards, they're still getting laid off regardless. You know what I'm saying? And I believe also Larian as well. Larian Studios has laid off a few people. I'm not sure. I think they did, but even that game is really successful, and they still lay off people, right? So it's not just like specifically like, oh, like, yes, Microsoft is doing it, PlayStation is doing it, other studios is doing it, even the Bungie studio has laid off a shit ton of people that has been there for like 20 something years. The only thing that gets under my skin personally, like my gripe, is like when you let go of people that been there for like 20 years, but this person been there for a long time, that he did like the Halo franchise. Like, I would want that person to be there to still, be part of that Bungie company, because again, that's somebody that I can sit there and say I can trust this person because he put in the work for like old titles that I absolutely like and I love and I respect. That person should be there. But again, just looking at it from an outside perspective, you can tell like Bungie had a mismanagement issue for quite a while. I don't think this is something that's recent. I think this happens probably this happens during the time when the first Destiny came out, and then when Destiny 2 starts to roll out. I think that's where the goodwill, it was starting to come towards the end, because then you start to see they really had mismanagement issues with a lot of things. So, you know, and they had to lay off a lot of people. It's sad. It's just, it's sad. It really is. But at the same time, it's like, what can you do? Like, you know, these are just managements and people in place and higher ups, and they just letting go people left and right. And, you know, like, again, it's just, that just grates me, because I'm like, why would you let go of somebody for 20 years that been in that job, than letting go somebody that's only been there for 1 or 2, 3 years? You know what I'm saying? But either way, it's not right or wrong. But like, again, it just depends on how you look at it. But for me, I much rather keep the talent in there, so then they can fix or do whatever they need to do to fix it. A new person can't fix anything. You know, they just come out of college. They don't know. They're not part of Bungie for a long time. Like they made the Halo franchise back in the day. I think Bungie as a studio is like kind of towards, it's like, it's pretty much it's over and it's done and it's dead. So that's just my own opinion on that and my thoughts. But again, it's not shocking as well. It's not.
Leadership team and I are committed to navigating this process as thoughtfully as possible. The people who are directly impacted by these reductions have all played an important part of the success of Activision Blizzard, ZeniMax, and the Xbox teams, and they should be proud of everything they've accomplished here. We're grateful for the creativity, passion, and dedication they have brought to our games. You know, it's always really unfortunate when you see that they had a big contribution and they're still being affected by this. I lost my spot. We are grateful.
Well, and also, just to wrap this up, I'm just throwing this out there. Like, again, I already knew like this was going to happen anyway, regardless, but it's also the pandemic as well. Remember, the pandemic, everybody was in the house. They got nowhere to go, right? They were spending money on entertainment. They was playing more games. And a lot of these companies and everywhere else, everybody was working from home. All that stuff, you know, they needed more people. They needed more people. They hired more people. It was a good opportunity at a short period of time. But then after, when the pandemic is kind of over, stores are starting to open back up more. They starting to do this more, and now it's like it's pretty much done and done. So now you got all these extra people, and then they try to maintain it, but then it's like, well, we don't have the same people to maintain or retain the same audience or the audience base. So they was just like, all right, well, we're going to have to, you know, we got no choice but to let you go. Like, it's unfortunate, but what can you do? Like, you know, when the pandemic is over, everybody went back outside. Everybody was traveling more. Everybody was doing shit more. Like, again, a lot of people are mostly outside than inside, you know. Got to understand that, you know. Like, a lot of people spend time inside all the time and, you know, watching TV and all this shit. A lot of people like to go outside and enjoy life and do stuff. So that's another thing that plays a part in it. You know, not only development, you know, got delayed and stuff like that, but it's also the fact that, you know, like, yeah, they was hiring a lot more people and people have more money, more work and all this stuff. But when that pandemic came to an end, came to a stop, all those people was like, yeah, it's time to get you with the boot. It happens. It's just like, because, like, again, it makes sense because everybody's outside now. Everybody's, you know, traveling more. You're like, they don't give a fuck about a plastic box. They don't give a fuck about a Netflix streaming shit or a service or whatever. They're going outside. They like outside. They like outdoor activities. They like to camp. They like to do stuff. They like to go to the beach. They like to whatever, you know, like, and I totally understand that. Some people like to snowboard. They're outside more, you know? So with that being said, that we going, like, again, it's been starting from 2023 and we're already in 2024. There are already reductions of it. If this is something that I should be scared or worry about, Microsoft, like, oh no, like, they're in trouble, the roadmap is going to be bad, the game is going to be garbage coming out. No, because again, I'm a consumer at the end of the fucking day, and I'm a gamer. So I'm only gonna play the games that I enjoy. And if it looks good and it plays well and I got replay value, I will buy it. If not, I'm walking away. I'm gonna buy something else. I don't got time for this bullshit. That is that. You want my money? You gotta make better products. That's it at the end of the fucking day. And everybody else is their own person. So do as you will. And moving on from this topic, right? Going from the layoffs and stuff like that, you know, with physical media, right? Which right here from The Verge is Best Buy will no longer carry physical movies in 2024, and I am no longer whole. Like, which I don't care about your personal shit, but again, physical media is going to be out of Best Buy in 2024 slowly, which they're not lying. I went back into Best Buy, and let me tell you something, they are not restocking any of those DVDs, any of those movies whatsoever. Like, it's literally like, if you look back in time, right? You look back in like the early 2000s, like 2012, 13, 14, you go into Best Buy around like the 360 era, the PlayStation 3 era, you could see nothing but aisles of rows of like movies, DVDs, video games you could pick up. It was great, you know, right? It was cool. You know, we went in there, you want to buy something, you pre-ordering something, you want to get something. That's all great. Okay, fast forward to now into 2024, and even the pandemic plays a big role in this, that even when the pandemic was going on, they could not really go out to the store and really buy any video games. They have to get it digitally. So a lot of people was downloading, streaming stuff from home. You know what I'm saying? Stores was pretty much closed early. You know, whatever. It was a scary time. It was a very scary time, and a lot of people had all this other things was going on, right? You know, with family, right? Family members was dying. People was sick, is in the hospital trying to recover from this pandemic. So there was like a whole bunch of other stuff that was going on, and pretty much like they're like their minds and everybody is stressed out. So I can understand why like most people are like, yeah, you know what? Let me just stay home. Right, I don't want to, you know, I got family shit, you know, going on right now, and I want to just be ready that, you know, I could just get up and go to the hospital, or get up, I need to do something, you know, whatever, right? That's all, totally understand, and I totally get that. So I'm not surprised about this, that Best Buy will be no longer for movies and TV shows and stuff. And I'm pretty sure video games is going to be right there knocking on the door, because even Walmart, which I don't have the article for it, but even Walmart is doing the same thing, but it's not doing the movies and the TV shows of physical media. They're doing video games, which it was inevitable, bro. It's literally coming down to the end. Like, again, I used to game on a console. Like again, I used to have like, you know, the cartridges back then. I used to have the, you know, like the 360, right? The Xbox One gen. And I was buying physical media. It was cool at a time, but then again, I was getting digital stuff. And then after that, at a time period, I was kind of like, you know, was heading into like PC gaming and stuff. And I think once I hit PC gaming and I see like the games that I like on the console was playing so much better on the PC, I just sat there, I said to myself, it's like, what's the point of owning a console if the games are so much better to play on the PC? And so I decided to make the jump and say, you know what, I'm fully on PC. I'm done with consoles. I think the last console I ever had was the Xbox One S model. And that was the limited edition, the 2 terabyte one, the S model. It was good. I liked that console, but, you know, it served its purpose. I sold it, and I went straight on to PC. And I said, I'm going to play PC gaming from here on out, So digital for me is nothing new to me. I think I have digital stuff and digital content from the 360, right? With DLC and stuff like that, right? Map packs and stuff. This is no different when now we got games that you need to download that's like 100 megabytes, 150 megabytes. Like these games are getting more and more bigger and better and more beautiful, right? And you know, I don't like, again, holding it onto a disc. I can just I remember the silliness where if you brought Rockstar Noir, I know I'm butchering the name, but you know what I'm talking about. That where the 360 version of that game, I think it had at least 3 to 4 CDs in LA Noir, like 3 to 4 on the 360 version. It was crazy. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, 3 CDs? Like 3 to 4, it was crazy. I was like, God damn. You know, and then when you get the Xbox One version, it's like 1 disc. Like, holy shit. I don't know. But and then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go digital. I was like, yeah. So that's happening now. I know a lot of people are scared and like afraid and stuff like that, but then when you take a look at this article right here, right, from Games Radar, that, you know, with Hellblade 2 is going to be digital only, but they only going to charge you $50. And it's going to be the same length as, you know, like an 8-hour long. $50, 8 hours long, Hellblade 2. And I think we already seen Hellblade 2 for what it is. It looks freaking beautiful, and we will get to the developer direct in a minute. But for me, like this, with this pricing, instead of $70, this is something that for a lot of people will most likely will go and pick up and say, it's only $50, they're not charging me $70, and it's only 8 hours long experience. Cool, I'm happy with that. I don't think they're trying to say, they're not trying to be like, okay, we're going to put out a DLC, we're going to try to do this, we're going to try to do that. Like, they try to do tack on shit. Like, when you look at, for example, right, when you look at, whatchamacallit, the God of War franchise, right, and how, okay, here's God of War, here's the game, and it's done and it's finished. And it was a great, you know, whatever, if you enjoyed God of War Ragnarok, it's a great game. It's cool. You played it, you enjoyed it, that's your business, right? But then they try to add into that tack on, like, okay, we can't add in, like, story mode to it, but we'll add this roguelike to it. You know, they just tack it on there for free, which is fine. But then you have The Last of Us Remastered, so it's a $10 upgrade, but they cancel Factions multiplayer, and on top of that, you know, they didn't really change all that much from, you know, from The Last of Us Remastered. It's literally the same fucking game from the PlayStation 4. And the PlayStation 4 version is running just as fine. It's at 1080p 60. What more can you ask for? Like, that's perfectly fine with me. As long as it runs smooth, it plays well, and it looks amazing, that's all that matters. What will make that game to feel like something like great or something like that will be just putting in faction multiplayer in The Last of Us 2 Remaster, which they didn't. But you can honestly could tell that you could feel that it could have been Last of Us multiplayer already in this roguelike. And they don't even have co-op. And that's another problem. They don't even have any co-op. And especially for the God of War Ragnarok one, that free DLC doesn't even have co-op. You can't have any co-op to play with your friends in the roguelike series. So what is the point of this? You know, if this DLC is free, sure, it's fun for a while, but it's like, it's more fun with friends. And then the same thing goes with The Last of Us Remaster, where they putting in this roguelike mode for $10. That sounds cool, but then again, I'm playing it by myself, but it's better with friends. It's better to play with my friends. You're being charged to play online. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're being charged with the PlayStation Plus, you know, whatever, subscription, whatever, for online. And they're putting out these updates, which is cool, but then it's like, why you can't put in co-op? Why you can't put in multiplayer? Like, we're getting charged to play online. And we're not getting online functionality. We're not getting online fun, but they want you to play Foam Star, which that's a whole nother video for a whole nother topic because of Power World. We'll do that for next week. Not trying to get off track, but again, a lot of people are like, this is where it comes to question that, a lot of people are scared of, oh, because physical media is going away now it's all digital, now we don't own it and stuff like that and blah blah blah, or whatever, or we're not gonna have, like, you're still gonna have more power than anything else than physical media. I mean, sure, this is not one of those days where it's like, yeah, I go to Blockbuster. No, sorry, not Blockbuster. I go to GameStop. I buy the game and then I play it and I didn't like it. I can go back to the store and return it and get all my money back. It's not going to be like that for digital, sure. But now people are going to be more aware of like something like this, where it's like, hey, I'm being charged for $50 for an 8-hour experience. Okay, so if I go into, let's say in here, right? And let's say if I pick a game just randomly, let's just say if I pick Dishonor, right? And let's say Dishonor was only a 5-hour experience, but they're charging me $70. Is it worth my time to play Dishonor for $70 while Hellblade is charging me $50? You get what I'm saying? Like, now we're going to get to that point where maybe digital prices might change. Or people are just going to be more aware of like, okay, you're going to give me this single player game experience and it's only like 5 hours long, but you're charging me 70. Why should I pay for it? Like, if that was the case, Dishonored wouldn't be in my library. Like, it would have to be on sale in order for me to get this game. You know what I'm saying? And even then, I will still question this game. If this was digital only, I will still question this game saying, okay, if this is only a 4 to 5 hour experience, am I going to get my money's worth out of it for 30 or 40 bucks? And a lot of those people are going to be like, no, I don't want to pay for something like this. While if I play like something like, let's say, for example, let's say like Cyberpunk, right? Cyberpunk is an open world game, and they charging me $70, but it's open world. I do whatever I want. I can play this game as much as I want, and there's plenty of replay value in this game. And the game looks beautiful. It's gorgeous. Everything is fixed in the game. There's no problems with the game. I can start it up and I can have fun with this game right now. If this is worth $70 versus Dishonor is only a 4 to 5 hour experience, single player, that's it. No DLC, no nothing. They charging me $70. Which game you think I'm gonna buy first? This is not a hard question. It's obviously gonna be Cyberpunk. You know what I'm saying? So in the digital front, like these companies, like they're making these games, they're gonna have to really step up their game. Like, they're gonna have to really step it up, because people on here, especially on the PC, is not gonna buy every single game on this thing. Most of these games that I have on here was through sale. There's only a handful of games on here that I literally brought $70 worth of my money. Like this one, the Definitive Edition, I brought this for $70, right? Metro Exodus, I brought that for $70. Right? Because I know that series. I play that series and I love that series, right? Starfield, I paid that $70. I got my money's worth out of it. I'm using mods for it. I'm having fun. It's a good replay value. Tekken 8 this year, right? This year, 2024, my first $70 game, Tekken 8. This year, $70. That's it. Most of the other games is mostly be on sale. Like, there might be 1 or 2 games that might be $70 left. But most of the other ones mostly was on sale for like $10, $20 or so. I'm not buying every game $70 fucking dollars. And especially if a game that is not even worth my time or money or doesn't have any replay value. I think the only game that I have returned that I have brought that was on sale for like $20. I tried to play it and it didn't even work. It wouldn't even start up. It crashed. I tried to fix it on my system. It crashed. It was still crashing. So no matter what I did, it was always crashing. And it was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. So what I did was, let me just go on there, get a refund. I didn't even get to play the game. I tried to start the game up, and it keep on crashing me. So I wasn't even able to play the game. So I got my money back. You know what I'm saying? That's the only game that I ever returned back. Everything else works fine, and I played it. Whatever, everything is cool. You know, so pretty much, like again, I be careful with what I brought. What I'm looking for in a game. So even in the storefront right here, right? Everything is on sale. I'm looking at prices. I'm looking at the game. I'm asking myself questions. Is this worth my time? Like Resident Evil 4? No, it's not worth my time. It might be worth your time, but it's not worth my time. I don't give a fuck about Resident Evil. I can care less about Resident Evil. I'm not really into Resident Evil. So it can be on sale for all it wants. I'm not buying this game because it's not worth my time because I don't really care for Resident Evil. You know what I'm saying? I can watch it on YouTube. I don't really care to play it. You know what I'm saying? Forza Horizon 5. I have already bought the game. I got it on my Windows Store. I brought it. I brought the DLC pack. And I brought the other game when it was Forza Horizon 4. I love the game. I play the game every day. And I still got it. And I still got it right here already installed. It's right up here. And I played it every single night, right? I got Tekken 8, this. I got Grid. I got Warhammer 40K and Starfield. Those are the games I'm playing currently right now, right? So it's not like again, I know what I like to play and I know what I don't like to play. Sometimes I try to branch off and play a different game or something, whatever. That's where I come in here on Steam and say, oh, you know what? I do like Roller Coaster Tycoon. I got to use a mouse and keyboard with it. But I do like to play the game. It's fun. It's enjoyable. I take my time to learn the mouse and keyboard. I don't have a problem with it. I just brought this one right here, Locomotive. I want to try to play this game. I want to have fun with this. Cool. There's certain games that I don't mind, like, trying out and whatever. And there's some dumbass games that, like, if I really just want to, just turn off my brain, I just want to blow shit up. I got Earth Defense Force. This is not the best looking game, nor the greatest game in the world. This is just a game for me that if I feel like it, I just want to play a dumbass game and just have fun and just blow shit up. I got a game right here for that. There's games on here for me that I try to branch off and do something different. And there's some games that if I see it and I look at it and I know what it is, whatever. And just even for another example, right? Like the game that I got right now currently that I'm playing is Tekken 8, right? So Tekken 8, right? There was other two fighting games, right? From last year. We had Street Fighter 6, right? And then we had Mortal Kombat 1. And then now we got Tekken 8. Okay, all three of these games was like $70 when it first launched, right? Now, I asked myself this. I sat there and said, do I really like Street Fighter? The answer is fucking no. Did I try Street Fighter in the past? Yes. Did I look at the trailer for Street Fighter? Yes. Did I see what it looks like and how it plays? Yes. Do I like what they're doing in that direction? No, I don't. So obviously I didn't buy the fucking game because I didn't like the direction what they're doing. It looks trash. It's ass. They need to do a reboot. Okay, the characters are not interesting. They are fucking boring. And they're still wearing the same dumbass outfits. I need them to give me a refresh, give me a remix, like a brand new story, something different. I'm not feeling for Street Fighter 6. Nor if they're gonna put out Street Fighter 7 in the future, I'm probably not gonna be picking up that game either, unless they're gonna really refresh it and reboot it. Same thing for Mortal Kombat 1. Mortal Kombat 1 was no different than Mortal Kombat 11. Okay? Same bullshit, cameo system, just garbage. And what I mean by this, right? I'll put it like this. I'll show you what I mean by this, why I didn't get it. But if you even put it like MK1, a lot of people complain about Mortal Kombat. But let's just put MK1, the crypt, or I think it was the game mode, or put game mode. Oh, Invasions. Okay, that's what it's called. Because I didn't know what it was called, but all right. So right here, the invasion mode, right? So I'm gonna put it right here. All right. Some of this shit is just dumb as hell. All right. So you're fighting these characters, right? You can even see it right here on the screen. This is where I sat there. I said, I'm not feeling for this. You see how like this? I got these points, whatever. Here's a key. Here's this to unlock shit, whatever, right? And then look at this shit. Like this is the invasion mode, whatever, right? This is what you do. This is all you do. Like what is this? You know what I'm saying? This is something for me that if I get Mortal Kombat 1 right now for $70, you know, right? And even if it was $30, does this look fun to you? Because to me, this doesn't look fun at all. This is not fun. This is just literally just walking around fighting and shit like that. And fighting the same enemies. And then you're trying to get these little things up. It's just a mess. It's just a mess. And you can see that it's the same Mortal Kombat game, the same dull fighting stuff, same dull fighting stance. I'm just not feeling for this game. I'm not feeling it. Okay? We've been in this 2D plane for quite a while. I'm ready for a 3D. I'm ready for something 3D. You know what I'm saying? But then when you go into like, I don't know, Tekken, right? Tekken 8. Probably spelled it wrong too, right? Or better yet, actually, if you go on my channel, I actually already did a stream with it. Already did a stream about it, which is like this. I did a live gameplay overview of the game, and I was just showing off like, you know, what you could do with this game. And there's like a shit ton of things you can do in this game. You got customization right here, right? You got the arcade. You got the arcade adventure one, which is a lot of fun. I'm enjoying myself with that. You got the arcade adventure stuff, right? You can do the replay. There's just so much shit you can do in like this in this game than MK1 and Street Fighter 6. Like, it's just a lot of fun. Like, look at this. The fighting got better. Look at this. Here, I'll skip forward a little bit. But this is like a massive step up. This is what is worth $70. Is worth my time to play this game. Like, this is worth my money. It looks so much better. Characters looks better. Fighting looks better. I'm having a blast with this game. Boom. And I'm not even and just to let you guys know, I'm not a whole like fighting like super fan. I collect every single fighting game. I am not. I'm a fucking casual when it comes down to fighting games. I can tell you that much. I can admit to that. I'm just a casual. But even so, I'm having a great time fighting and just like learning the controls, you know, punching my opponent. It's a lot of fun. I'm enjoying myself. I'm having a good old time. Customizing characters, doing this. I'm having fun. I never had fun in a fighting game for so long. All right, it's been a long time. The last time I ever played Mortal Kombat was Mortal Kombat Deception. Like, that's a long time. Every Mortal Kombat since then, I never even touched or played or even think about buying it. It's just not the same. It doesn't appeal to me anymore. Tekken 8 just brought me back from the dead from like, hey, fighting games are still alive. Like, holy shit, this is good. This makes me want to play more fighting games. And that's why I put that Tekken 8 right there. Just want to let you know, I put Tekken 8 right up there at that corner. It's ready to go. That is going to stay up there for quite a while because there's no other fighting game I'm going to play other than Tekken 8. It's definitely going to be MK1. But like, again, just going back, right, to the whole digital thing, like it's going to digital than physical media. Again, they're going to have to these studios and these gaming companies, no matter what, whether they're being laid off or they're restructuring, whatever they're going to do, they really going to have to fight for our dollars and money. So like again, you see, I didn't brought MK, I didn't brought Street Fighter 6. They're not worth my money. They're not worth my time. They're not worth my time to even jump online to play because they keep putting out this trash ass garbage shit. I'm only here to play games that are worth a damn. That's my time and my money and my replay value as a consumer and as a real gamer. At the end of the day, if they don't deliver, I ain't buying your shit. I don't care who you are. I don't give a fuck if you're Willy Wonka. I don't care if you're the guy who was in this studio for 20 years, 30 years, whatever. If you putting out a garbage ass product, I don't give a fuck who is at fault. The publisher, the studio. I'm going to blame both for putting out a product that is fucking trash and you're charging me $70 and you putting this whole loot box mechanics and all this grind fest and it's not fun. I'm not buying the game. It's that fucking simple. It's literally that fucking simple. So that's why when you come into the digital front, people are not going to be just like, yeah, I'm going to just put $70 on this cart, $70 on that cart. It ain't going to be like that on no digital front. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's either they're going to pirate the game or they're going to just wait for a sale, or like me, they're just going to skip it all together. And most people are just skipping it all together because they don't got time for that shit. It's not worth their money. It ain't worth my money. So I'm not giving it to them. So that's one perfect example right there that there's really nothing to be afraid or be scared of because of the fact that at the end of the day, you have the power to sit there and say whether to say, hey, this studio did a good job. I really appreciate their content. I appreciate what they're putting out. I'm enjoying their game and I'm loving their game. I will give you $70. For studios that are like, they're good, whatever, but I don't got the money today. But if it's on sale, I'll pick it up. I'll play it. If they do got some DLC and stuff, I don't mind buying maybe one or two things. That's okay. But for a studio that's going to come out here, charge me $70 for a short-ass experience, like let's say, for example, it's only like a 4-hour game, and then they're going to put in like this whole loot box and try to make me grind for a game and all this shit. Let's just say, for example, like GT7 was in the PlayStation Store. You think I'm going to be buying GT fucking 7? As much as I like racing games, and I love racing games, don't get me wrong. But GT7, right? Gran Turismo 7, that is a grind fest. And it's not fun. I don't like to grind. I come off of work. I'd much rather grind at work, working 50 to 40 hours a week, getting an actual fucking paycheck. I'd much rather grind for that than grinding for a fucking car in a video game in, Gran Turismo that's going to literally take me about a fucking week and a half to do. And it's not fucking fun. And I'm replaying the same dumbass fucking tracks. Reverse, this, track A, track B, I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to be sitting there for hours on end to grind for just one whole week just to get one fucking car. I'm not doing it. Not doing it. That's where I'm just not putting my money towards it. It's not fucking fun. I'm not grinding. I'd much rather grind at an actual fucking job than grinding in a game. Grinding at a job, I'm getting a fucking paycheck at the end of the day. I'm getting a paycheck. I got bills to pay. I got, shit I want to have fun. I want to go watch a movie. I want to go out on a trip. I much rather grind for a fucking actual paycheck than grinding in a game. Sometimes in a game, I don't mind grinding here and there, but if it's getting to the point where it's fucking ridiculous, like GT7, where it's like real world money, and I gotta grind for like a week on end just to get one fucking car, you must be out of your goddamn mind. I'm not doing it. Okay? You know what I do in tradition? Every time when Forza Horizon 5 or the next Forza Horizon game, I buy the game, I play the game, and then once it comes down to the end and then the next game comes out, I buy all of their car packs. I buy every single fucking car pack. Because you know why? Because the game is that fucking good to me. They do the drive, and you know what? It's simple. They made an open world game, and the driving mechanics and everything else feels good. It feels fun to play. I don't have to grind for 3-4 hours just to get a fucking 1 vehicle, 2 vehicles in GT7. I can literally play a couple of games, a couple of game modes in Forza Horizon, and I can get this car, that car, this car, that car easily, no problem. In one fucking night, I can get it in one fucking night. That's what I like. So again, there's nothing to be fucking scared about the digital future shit. There's nothing to be scared of, because to be honest with you, I'm gonna tell you right now, they're gonna have to really, really work hard to earn my money, and to earn your money in your time. They're gonna have to work extra hard, because they ain't gonna be like, oh yeah, we're gonna put out this half-ass game and then people gonna buy it, and they're gonna, not in the digital front. Because nobody's not gonna add to cart saying, yeah, I'm gonna buy this new game for $70. Nah, it ain't gonna work like that. You're gonna have to have some fucking value in that game, and it has to be worth a damn. And again, like I showed you, I only brought $70 here. What else? $70, right? The Mafia Definitive Edition, $70. That's like 3 $70 games out of all of these games that I brought and purchased. This is $70. So you got like 4 or 5, maybe 6 games in here in my library that's worth $70 fucking dollars that I paid for, out of all the games that I mostly got it on fucking sale. What does that tell you? And all the rest of the games that is not in this fucking library, guess what? They're not in my library for a reason, because your shit is fucking trash. That's why I didn't get Mortal Kombat 6. That's why I didn't get MK1, because those shits are fucking trash. They're fucking trash and not worth my money. So they're going to have to work hard. And don't be confused about Battlefield 2042 being on here. Just because it's on here, I'm not playing it. I didn't like it. And this was on sale, so I just pick it up. But I'm going to tell you one thing. The next Battlefield game, if they fuck it up, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying. You don't even see a fucking Call of Duty on here. Shit. You don't even see Call of Duty on here. What does that tell you? You know what that tells you? That tells you that that fucking game is trash. Fuck. I don't care. So, at the end of the day, digital stuff is the future. It's coming up fast. It is what it is. I'm not getting left behind. I moved on from physical media. I can care less. But at the end of the day, they better work hard for my shit. And sure enough, let's move on to the last tail end of this topic, which is the developer direct. Now, I'm only going to skim through some games that I enjoy, and I might nitpick through some stuff, and then we'll get to the Salt stuff. But I have watched the developer direct. I just didn't get a reaction to it. But so far, what the roadmap is looking like is looking pretty good. Like, again, let's start off with this game. Now, and I currently do have Game Pass as well. So I do have Game Pass, so I'm going to be playing all this shit on day one. And if I really like a game and I enjoy it, I'm probably going to purchase it. Most likely, I'm probably going to purchase a Valve, for sure. That's going to be a hands down, probably a $70 game for me. Because I do like games like this. I do like RPGs. So, what they have shown off in here, I'm good. Like, I'm liking it. Yes, they probably going to need some work and more polish and stuff like that, which is totally understandable. And they talk about, like, the combat, like this. So what I've seen so far with it, I'm liking a Valve. I'm liking what I'm seeing. It looks like a fun game. It looks like Skyrim, but in a different universe. And that's fine. I think a lot of people don't like the art direction. I think the art direction is fine. It looks good. I don't have an issue with it. I don't see what people making a big fuss about this. Like, again, I know a lot of people out there like saying, it gotta be like, it has to be like Skyrim. It gotta be like the same. No, I don't. That's the whole point about games right now today. Games are becoming too much of like copy and paste and being the same fucking garbage that we've seen from one end to the other. I'm tired of that shit. I don't want the same copy and paste game. I want their games to be their own games and unique. That's how you're going to get my money. Because once it becomes copy and paste, I just get sick of it. I just don't want to buy it. Just like how Assassin's Creed became copy and paste. And then they added fucking mechanics and shit that they don't fucking need, and it made the game even worse. So that's even more of enough reason for me to not even buy the fucking game. You know, I don't want that shit. I want games to be unique in their own way. I don't want games to be copy and paste. I'm tired of it. This game is not a copy and paste game. I like the way how it looks. I like the magic how it looks. Yes. Does it need more work in terms of like maybe like more impact and stuff like that in terms of damage and shit? Yes, I can agree with people on that. But everything else is fine. I'm liking what I'm seeing. It looks good. This is something that I can play. It doesn't have to be fucking Skyrim, okay? I want it to be its own fucking thing and being unique. Like this, like magic, spell casting, like this, boom. Like again, some of those things needs work. Like sure, like maybe the attacks and stuff like that needs a better impact or needs more whatever. That's totally fine. But I like games like this where it's like it's different, it's unique, and I'm liking what I see so far, you know. It looks good. And they got different loadouts, like cool. Like I'm happy with this. Good. So that means I can customize different loadouts. Like if I need to switch a loadout, I can switch it out. I can do this and do that. That's fucking cool. I'm down for that. I am down. But it looks good. Looks good. No complaints here. Got the dual wielding pistols right there. I'm probably going to use the wand just fucking people up. And the bow and arrow. I'm probably going to be a wand and bow and arrow type of person. Like I want to be a sorcerer and like kind of like an elf, like shooting range from like long range targets. That's who I am in my playstyle. Sometimes I get close and personal, but if I have to, I'll probably use 2 daggers. But it looks good. I'm liking the Valve, what they're doing in the direction and the dialogue and stuff like that, characters, the look. I don't mind. Maybe it might needs a bit more polish, sure. But honestly, I'm good to go with this. I'm sorry, I didn't put it on HD. But I'm good to go with this. This is fine. This is perfectly great. They're doing a good job. I'm liking it. Now, this is, what's this game? The Hellblade one, right? The one that's going to be costing $50, digital only. Again, I don't have a gripe. I don't know why people having all this physical media has this whole gripe about this. Like, oh, Hellblade should be a physical run. I can care less if it's physical or not. It's just at the end of the day, I'm just here to play the game. And if it looks good and what I've seen so far, it looks good. Now, is this the game for me? Is this something that I will pay for? No, to be honest with you. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. If, let's say, for example, if Sony were to put the Order of 1886 on PlayStation right now, that's probably the game that I'll be playing right now over Hellblade. Because I like the universe in the Order of 1886 over Hellblade. That's just for me. I'm not saying Hellblade is a bad game. I'm not saying Hellblade is going to look terrible or it's going to come out bad. You could even see it for yourself. This shit looks fucking beautiful. The lighting and everything in this game, it looks amazing. And it looks good. And it's going to have a good story. For me, personally, what I'm into stories, like story-based, story narrative-driven games, is mainly more like post-apocalyptic, like kind of like Metroid Exodus, or like if you're talking about like a steampunk kind of like weird dystopia stuff, like the Order of 1886, that's more right up my alley. I am not that much of a fan for, with like with this whole like cinematic, warrior type of thing. I'm not into that kind of thing. I'm not into this type of game. I'm not saying it's a bad game. It's gonna have a bad story. It's a good game. Does have a really good story. It's just not right up in my alley. But again, I wouldn't sit here and say it's for every type of gamer. It's for certain people. For me, it's not for me. Like for me, I will play more of a Valve than Hellblade. That's just me. I like a Valve because I do more things to it. Some people don't like that, and they just like more cinematic, breathtaking games, and I can respect that, and I understand that. So this is a game that's going to be right up your alley, and at least it's only $50. So again, I can't really complain and have a gripe about it if it's only fucking $50. They could have easily charged this for $70 fucking dollars. That this game looks like a $70 game, you can honestly sit here and say, yeah, it does look like a $70 game. It looks like a fucking AAA game. It looks fucking good. There's no questions about that. But they sat there and said, look, it's only an 8-hour long as the previous game, and we're not doing a physical release. So why are we charging people $70 while we could just charge them for $50? Which it makes more sense, and it's just going to get people to say, hey, you know what? It's $50. You know what? I can support this. Let me go buy this game. All right. So if you are the type of person that, you know, looking at this game, it is amazing, I suggest go ahead and support it and buy it. If you know you like these type of games. Because honestly, for $50, this is how the price should be. Like, for an 8-hour experience, is nothing crazy. This is perfect. Fine. You know, I don't think they're planning on DLC anyway on this. So $50, I think this is A-okay. This gets a W. This is good. I don't mind Hellblade. And Hellblade looks amazing. It looks really good. So I got no problems with it. It's not my cup of tea, but again, it could be somebody else's. And I think for somebody else that they're going to enjoy this experience, they're going to have a great time. Then we're looking at this game, which is, what's this one? This is the Mata series. I never played any of the Mata series, so this is from Square Enix. Again, Square Enix making Foam Stars, and, has canceled, has shut down studios from, what was that game? Forspoken or Forgotten? But this game looks pretty cool. But to be honest, this looks pretty fucking cool. I don't mind playing a game like this. I gotta see how this game is, but it looks cool. It looks really, really cool. Again, there's some games that I do like art styles like that, and there's certain games that I don't like art styles like that. It's just depending on what they're trying to do with the game, at the most part. So this is just my opinion on it, but it looks good. I ain't gonna lie. This is something, would I be playing it? I mean, sure. I think if it do come out and I look at the gameplay, look more of this, and it looks pretty good, I probably might get it. I don't think I will get it for full price though. That's the thing. If this was $70, I don't think I will get it for full price. If it was maybe like $40, $50, I could say okay. I'm feeling it. I think that'd be okay. Like around there, like $40 to $50 for this. I'd be down for it. But again, I'm not familiar with this franchise, so I'm not into the Mata series, so I don't know. So, but again, I do like the art style to it. I like what it looks like. I'm okay with it. So that is that. And I don't think it's coming on Game Pass, but it is going to release on the Xbox and the PlayStation, I believe, as well. So that's okay. That's fine. I'm not too crazy about this. Now, this game right here, this is what this was. This is from Onyx. I think this is that strategy game, I think. What was that called? Damn. Forgot the damn name of it. Yeah, this has that Civilization vibe, but it's a different game. I forgot. I think it's like something, whatever. But no disrespect. Like, again, I'm not into this type of game, but I wouldn't say I'm not into it. I don't know. Like, for me, it's not my type of game. Like, am I interested? Sure. Maybe if it is gonna come on Game Pass, I might give it a try, because I do like games like Thermaltake and stuff like that, because I do play, like, again, Roller Coaster Tycoon. I do play whatchamacallit. Yeah, Roller Coaster Tycoon. I do play the Age series. I did play that. So if it's gonna be like something like that, I might get myself into it, just to give it a try, play it, base building and stuff. I might do that. And it looks good too. It looks cool. I really like it. So this is something I might have to give it a try. Again, it's not my cup of game. It's not my cup of tea right up my alley. But again, if it's on Game Pass and it's there, I'm gonna give it a try. Why not? Because I did play games before in the past, so I don't have a problem with it. Now, this is the Aura History Untold. Okay. Fall 2024 release. Okay. So I'm probably going to give it a try on Game Pass if it do come out. All right. Moving on to the big daddy of them all, which is Indiana Jones. Now, here's the salt is going to come in. Okay. Here is the salt. So, but I'm going to give my overall thoughts on Indiana Jones. So what I've seen so far. And I think they show gameplay of this. Yeah, so right here. So they show gameplay of this in the trailer. And let me tell you something, man. When I saw this, I was blown away. I was like, holy shit, this is definitely Indiana Jones through and through. And it looks really good. Like, it looks good. Like, the facial, all this stuff from Machine Games, bro. There's no question. I mean, again, like, they have done Wolfenstein. They have dealing with Nazis. So putting Nazis in this one, in this universe in Indiana Jones makes sense. And they did it pretty fucking good. And it looks good too. I'm liking this. I'm liking the villain protagonist right here. Looking good. Voice acting and dialogue, looking good. I was blown away by this shit. I ain't gonna lie. I was like really like, holy shit. Damn. Shit looks good. Machine Game definitely did it some justice, for real. And it looks like an Indiana Jones game. Looks good. It plays like Indiana Jones. I'm liking the detail. Man, it looks so good. It looks amazing. It really do. Got the puzzles things right here. Yeah, this is definitely Indiana Jones through and through. You can tell. You can fucking tell for sure, like 100%. I'm liking this. It got the third person mixed with the first person, and Machine Games putting this in first person. I think they chose the right thing. They chose the right one. Because putting it in third person, I don't think it will do justice. It wouldn't be. I think first person, they did an excellent job with this. Like, look at the whip right there. Him doing close quarter combat. Punching him. Using the whip. Got his little gun. The pistol. Characters, animation, facial looks good. The environment. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a day one for me when it comes on to Game Pass. I'm going to play the whole game of this. I'm going to live stream this and play the whole thing. This shit is going to be good. Oh, it's going to be good. And it looks good too. It looks really, really good. So I'm impressed by this. So again, there's a few games that I'm excited for. Like, again, the Mata I'm interested in. A Valve is definitely 100%. Indiana Jones, for sure, I'm on board. The Civilization type of game, I'm probably going to play that. I'm going to give it a try. Not 100% on board, but I'm going to give it a try. And the only game that I'm really just, I'm like I said, I'm praising the game. Like, again, Hellblade looks a fucking amazing. And if Hellblade is for you, if you play the first game and if you like the first game, you're going to love the second one. So this game going to look phenomenal. For me, I'm not on board. I'm not into that. But I know for a lot of people out there, definitely if it looks good to you, you want to play it, I suggest you should go and play it. It looks good. You're going to have a great time with it. For sure, 100%. Again, like I explained, like I'm more towards the I'm more towards the more cyber, like the cyber steampunk kind of world, Victorian era, or like more like post-apocalyptic, like kind of like Metroid Exodus, not like zombies, but more like an outbreak, like a whole like different threat and stuff like that, or something like that. Like I'm more into that than anything else than Vikings and stuff like that. And I'm not really into that. Like again, I'm more into more of a Valve of an RPG game than than Hellblade. But I know Hellblade looks amazing too. So I like again, you got like 5 games right there that looks pretty damn well. Really is technically 4 games because the other one is not really an Xbox. I don't think that one's is not coming to Game Pass, but it is coming towards the Xbox platform, which is fine. So again, I'm excited for all the games that they have shown. What the developer direct in 2024, they're showing that they're investing in games, they're putting out games, and they're putting out good quality games. All these games looking good. I'm excited. They got a roadmap for me, so I know what I'm looking for. I'm A-okay. I'm fine with this. This is great. Now, let's get into the salt. Because the salt to this, which is Ericutz4thewin here. I want you to listen to this shit and tell me, does this make any sense to you? Because for me, this shit does not make any fucking sense whatsoever. But I want you to take a listen to this. Take a listen to this.
She said that for a while. I know. I remember her saying that.
Because it's a first-person game, that's why.
Yeah, because she doesn't play first-person games.
Do you not hear this? She doesn't play first-person games. But wait, that's not just the best part. That's not the crap of the crap. Just keep listening to this shit. Here's the reason why that Erica doesn't like first-person games. Like here's the reason, right? This is like the bombest shell ever.
Why was she playing the finals for 4 hours straight?
Yeah, and she played the finals for 4 hours straight. This is Erica's. This is Erica's edit right here.
Who?
Erica.
Was she playing for the finals? Erica, I can't help you.
Which is, they're not fucking wrong. They're not fucking wrong.
Shit, Erica.
We're gonna win. Not so
fast. I'm gonna skip her edits because her shit is trash.
When you won the game, like you were clutch.
Yeah. Oh, that was wild.
And it seemed crazy, yeah. I like that though. It doesn't have to be so
Who?
Erica.
Was she playing for the finals? Erica, I can't help you.
Testing how make sure I don't vomit. LOL. I should be fine though. It's like Battlefield. Is it like Battlefield?
Indiana Jones, I'm excited to see what it looks like. I've heard and read some of it's going to be in first person, which I'm not a fan of. I'm a big third person fan, not just because I like it better, but also because the first person could give me motion sickness.
Do you not hear that shit? Hold on, let me rewind that shit again right here.
Because I like it better, but also because the first person could give me motion sickness.
First person gives her motion sickness. My boy right here with his fucking face right here. The way how he's looking like this, like he probably sitting there saying, bitch, you done fucked up. Like, bitch, you done fucked up. Do you not just hear what the fuck you just said right there? Like, I can get somebody has a preference and shit like that, but yet she's like, because it gives me motion sickness. But yet you're playing the finals, right? For those who don't know what the fucking finals is, let me show you the gameplay of the finals trailer. Okay, so here is the finals trailer right here. So she said that she doesn't whatever she is gonna give her motion sickness, but she's been playing the finals for 4 hours, and it's first person. I don't want to put the volume on this one because you don't need it, but I want you to look at this trailer. Look how the crazy this is. Look how crazy it looks. Like, bro. Oh my fucking god. This is what you do in the finals. You're blowing up buildings, knocking down walls and shit. You're shooting and stuff. It's like an arena shooter and stuff. Look at this. Blowing up shit, jumping down the 3rd floor. Like, bro, you're playing this for 4 hours. 4 hours. 4 hours in a first person shooter game. But yet, you not hear this bitch. Wait. Hold on. This is Indiana Jones, right? That's how crazy the finals is. It's like an arena shooter, right? It's like comparing it to like, like Apex Legends and Fortnite. It's like an arena type of shooter, right? Then when you go back here, right, to this trailer, like how crazy can Indiana Jones can get? Like, the only crazy part is like what is like that. Okay, so basically you're doing this, you're doing that. Erica's basically saying this will get motion sickness. This fucking game, Indiana Jones, is gonna give her motion sickness. And we're looking at this trailer right now. How fucking crazy can it be in first person? That's Indiana Jones. Like, look at this shit. Look. Like, look. Look, the game looks amazing, right? It looks amazing and stuff like that. And what? So what? The only intense action scene was like towards this end, right? This is like maybe the craziest action scene you'll ever get in first person. Like, holy shit, he jumped from a plane to that plane, right? Okay, that's Indiana Jones, right? This bitch says
better, but also because the first person could give me motion sickness at times for
give your motion sickness at times, but she's playing the finals, which looks fucking crazy. Like, it has all this crazy shit going. Look at this. It has all this crazy shit. She playing this shit in first person. She playing this game in first person, but then she's like, man, Indiana Jones is gonna give me a motion sickness.
Like action adventure games. I just don't.
You gotta be fucking kidding me, bro.
Like action adventure games. I can.
Action adventure games? Action adventure game. Wait. So her only way to backpedal out of this bullshit, Erica for the win, more like a fucking loser, that she gonna backpedal her shit out of this is because it's an action adventure game. Bitch, does this not look like an action adventure game that you're playing right now in the fucking finals? Yeah, it's a shooter game, but shit, you're basically, you have action and you're pretty much going on an adventure to kill somebody. It's an action adventure game that you're playing right here, right now. This is what the fuck she's playing. She playing all this crazy ass bullshit in first person for 4 fucking hours, but yet she's gonna sit there and say, man, yo, that Indiana Jones game, bro, like, look at this. All this shit in here is gonna give me motion sickness. Oh no. Oh no, oh my god, I'm feeling fucking dizzy right now. Oh no, I'm about to faint in my chair. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, bro. That shit is funny. Like, what? This bitch has the nerve to say, oh man, yo, Indiana Jones game, the action adventure game, it's going to give me motion sickness. Because it's not in my preferred fucking gameplay. Because if it's not in first person, I would get fucking motion sickness. But if it was a third, I wouldn't get motion sickness. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
I can do shooters. I can do multiplayer.
Oh, you can do shooters and multiplayer with all this crazy shit going on. Wait. With all this crazy bullshit what's going on in the background. All of this shit that you're doing. The destruction and all this shit. You can do that. That's okay. This not going to give you motion sickness. But yet, Indiana Jones, that is barely he's not even a shooter in this game. Bro, there is nothing crazy in this game is going to happen other than maybe some certain sequences and shit. But throughout the whole fucking game is mostly he's a puzzle adventure type of person. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, bro, this shit is wild. This shit is fucking wild. It's funny. Like, is she gonna make it seem like this is gonna give her motion sickness? This
because I'm kind of in
But,
control.
okay, continue,
when
Erica.
The camera's sort of wrapping around and doing what it wants to because of cinematics.
My God, are you serious right now? So wait, she's talking about cameras and shit. I might as well get to my point right here. Let's go to this Uncharted game and let's see all this fucking craziness that be going down in Uncharted 4. I'm gonna mute it. But I want you to look at this shit for a minute. Because here's a game that's in third person, but then there's like crazy shit going on. Like there's a whole bunch of crazy shit. Look at this shit. I put it up here forward. Look at all the, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 baddies shooting you all at once. Nathan Drake is on top of the fucking thing. It's like there's shit going on every direction. People are shooting you in every single direction. Forward, backwards, side of you. This is some crazy shit. But yet, she's saying, man, you know, that Indiana Jones game. Wait. What she said?
Doing what it wants to because of cinematics or however. I can't do it.
Oh, no. Oh, fucking no, man. Oh, my God. How many fake... like, what the fuck? Bitch, do you not... What? Oh, my fucking God, bro. Are you... Oh, my God, bro. I need a drink. I need a fucking drink. Like, what? You're a fucking ass. Hold on. Let's rewind that shit for a minute. Let me point out something for you, okay? Now, I don't know about you, but, you know, whatever, right?
Cinematics or however.
Hold on.
I can't do it.
Hold on. I want you to pause. I'm going to pause it right here for a minute. I want you to look at her fucking face right now. And look where she's sitting at. She's sitting in a fucking chair. She's at home, right? Comfortable. She has a microphone, right? She has a computer and live streaming, right? Talking to whoever. Right? And this bitch has the nerve to sit there and say, I'm gonna get motion sickness. Like, I can't do it. Like, it's action adventure. I can't do it. That's the only way she backing out of this backpedal bullshit. It just doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, I don't think she understands about motion sickness. You know what motion sickness is? Wait, I didn't know or find out until I was playing the fucking VR headset, in which I do got the Oculus Quest 2, the Oculus Quest, no, not the Quest, but the Oculus 2, right? And when I use that VR headset and I put it on for the first time to play like Resident Evil 4, right? I would just want to see how the shooting and stuff, it looks cool, whatever. I wanted to try it. So I'm playing Resident Evil 4 on a fucking headset like that. And mind you, I have a PC too. And I plug it in the PC to make sure it has good connection, batteries didn't run low, it wasn't dying. So I had a really good connection. And I'm playing Resident Evil fucking 4. And let me tell you, I got motion sickness right off the bat. Like, bro, it will give you motion sickness. I could only play it for like maybe like 20, 30 minutes of my time, and then I'm just feeling like sick and dizzy in my head. I'm getting headaches. Like, I know the feeling of motion sickness, right? But bitch, you're sitting in a fucking chair at home in a nice, in your nice cozy place with a fucking mic and everything else. You're not you're not using a VR headset to play Indiana Jones. You're not playing it first person. It's not like your seat is like 3D. It's gonna go into a fucking ride effect, like where it's just like it just jumps and all this bullshit, just like in the fucking game. It's not hooked up to that, right? You're literally sitting, whatever your monitor screen, whether it's 27 inch, 32, ultra wide, I don't give a fuck. You're sitting there playing all of these other fucking games and Indiana Jones and this Indiana Jones game, but you're saying Indiana Jones game is going to give you fucking motion sickness. Like, that doesn't... What? I don't even get motion sickness from playing fucking Tekken 8. And that got more shit going on than fucking Indiana Jones. What the fuck are you even talking about? Oh, please. I swear to God. I hope to God Alex does not fucking defend her ass. I hope not. Alex, oh no, Alex, please don't defend this garbage. This doesn't make any lick of sense whatsoever. How the fuck you... How? I just gotta know. Like, bro, like, it's just like this. And when somebody tells me, like, yo, I'm scared of heights, like, okay, obviously I see that because when you're going outside in the real world, when you touch fucking grass, like, some people don't go to the edge of the fucking cliff because sometimes they're scared of heights. They don't want to look down and shit. They don't want to go near it because they might get scared that they might die and shit or fall off. You know, some people are like that. Some are just not. Some people are scared of heights, some are not. Some people like roller coaster rides, and some people just don't like roller coaster rides because sometimes it might make them sick, might throw up. They might like other rides, like simple rides, but they don't want to go on some crazy ass Superman Man of Steel fucking rides because it might make them sick or dizzy. That's all understandable. Like, we get that. You might get motion sickness from that, and I totally understand that. That's real shit. Bitch, we are talking about a fucking video game that is flat across the fucking screen and you're not even wearing a fucking VR headset. How the fuck are you gonna get motion sickness? How? Like, what? And it's like, I'm fucking done. Get the fuck... Oh my god.
Damn it!
Oh my
Since
god.
when is the finals of all games an action adventure? Somebody tell me, please.
Oh, if it's... Look, it's not that fucking hard. Like, damn, it's just like Doom Eternal. Doom Eternal is an action-adventure game. You're moving through the levels, you're shooting shit, you're blowing shit up, and you're doing... Like, what the fuck? Like, Doom Eternal is a fast-paced shooter, and you're doing shit. You're doing action shit. You're jumping, you're running, you're wall crawling. What the fuck? Like... Bro, you don't even have to use a definition to be like, stop with this backpedaling bullshit. This is just backpedaling bullshit, trying to weasel your way out of bullshit. You just did a dumbass take. Look, from my homie from the very fucking beginning when you just said that dumbass shit.
What it looks like. I've heard and read some of it's going to be in first person, which I'm not a fan of. I'm a big third person fan, not just because I like it better, but also because the first person could give me motion sickness at times.
Look at that. Right there by itself. Right there. His fucking face will be the same face that I will be making on that live stream too. Be like, this bitch done fucked up. I will literally do the same fucking look, just like that. I'll be like, this bitch is on pills. What? What are you talking about? Yo, get the fuck out of here. If Erica is, yo, come on, bro. Like, I can't. If Erica said, yo, I'm a gamer, I'd be like, is this the same gamer who said that I'm getting motion sickness from Indiana Jones, but yet I'm okay with the finals and any other fucking game? I know she probably played other fucking shooter games. I'm pretty damn sure. I'm pretty sure she probably played Doom Eternal and fucking Gears, and they got more shit going on than fucking Indiana Jones. But yet, Indiana Jones is the biggest fucking problem. And Doom Eternal has more shit going on, and that's a first-person shooter. What the fuck? You can't even... but you're okay playing the fucking... the finals, but yet I can't. You can't play Indiana Jones. What? Make it make sense here. Like this, it doesn't make any sense. That's like me saying, "Hey, I can go in your car. If I drive in the front, I don't get motion sickness, but if I drive in the back, I get motion sickness." What the fuck? Like, how do you not get motion sickness from driving in the front, than you trying to be in the back seat and then you don't get motion? That doesn't make any fucking sense. like this whole fucking take doesn't make any sense. But okay, let's continue on with this shit. Let's see what she gotta say. Let's see what she gotta say about this.
Since when is the finals of all games an action adventure? Somebody tell me, please. If it's one thing I can do, you guys, it's pull up some damn receipts.
Look, you haven't pulled up. Look, even your receipts are fucking irrelevant. Like, you might as well just take your receipts and just rip it up and throw it out the fucking window. Because your whole fucking logic does not make any fucking sense whatsoever. I'm gonna get motion sickness on a 27-inch screen TV. This is, wait, 27-inch monitor, sorry, not a TV. Made a mistake right there, that's my bad. A monitor, right? A gaming monitor. 27-inch. This doesn't even have 3D capabilities. It's not a 3D TV where I have to wear glasses and shit. It's just a regular, flat, 27-inch monitor that I'm seeing right here across the screen. And I'm playing Tekken 8, whatever, right? I'm playing first-person shooters. I'm playing third-person. So I'm not understanding here, like, you're getting sick off of Indiana Jones, which a game that hasn't even come out yet. It just shown off a trailer. And really, what they have just shown off is not even that intensive. Look, bitch, if you was talking about like something that's like a motion sickness, will be like mostly like VR. Like, if Uncharted 4 was a VR game, I can understand and I can tell you that you will get motion sickness. Because imagine Uncharted was in like first person VR, right? Not third person, first person VR. Imagine doing all of this shit. I can guarantee you, and I promise you, you will definitely get motion sickness from a VR headset playing first person in Uncharted. I guarantee you that. You be just like, yo, there's just so much shit going on. You're like going back and forth, turning your fucking head like fucking 100 degrees, 90-degree angles, like everywhere, all over the fucking places. You're getting shot at. That's something understandable. Bitch, you're not even wearing a head. You don't even have to wear a VR headset to play this game in first person. Like, this is a first person Indiana Jones game, and it's literally, it ain't got the same shit just like this. Like, it's nowhere near like this. Nowhere near like this. It's like much, like Indiana Jones is more toned down than anything else. It's fucking, and it's crazy. It's crazy how people could just say the most dumbest ass takes I have ever seen in my life. But I digress.
I can really find anything. And it must have scared this dude, because apparently me asking him to show his picture after he insulted my looks, he was scared I was going to dock.
Nobody cares about your looks. What I am insulted is the fact that you have the fucking nerve to say, "Hey yo, man, I'm gonna get motion sickness because this is a Indiana Jones game, is in first person. I'm gonna get so motion sickness, but I'm okay playing the finals that's in first person for 4 fucking hours, and it has all this destructibility and shit." Like, that game got more shit going on than fucking Indiana Jones ever will. What are we talking about here? It's like, bro, it's like, stop insulting my intelligence. Like, you're insulting everybody's fucking intelligence. That's where I feel like you're insulting my intelligence. Stop insulting it. This is ridiculous.
Him. He's just that damn hot that I would go and try and find him. Isn't that crazy?
Trust me, you're not that hot.
So you may be wondering.
You made the hottest hot take. I can give you that. This is the most hottest hot take I have ever seen. My boy over here is looking stunned. Like, bro, I will be even stunned too. I'll probably be spitting out my fucking coffee, my water in the morning. Like, what the fuck? What does the girl just said?
I mean, dang, Erica, why did he come at you like this? And why are people's panties so much in a bunch? What is happening? Why are people all of a sudden trying to tell you how to
Just increase the FOV. Yeah, you know.
cure your motion sickness? Even to the point of
There is no look. The only way that I was able to play that game, like to play a VR headset, I had to get used to it every single day. Or like what I did was I had to take a pill for motion sickness to play the game for longer periods of time and then try to fight it, just trying to keep on playing it so then I can get used to it until I feel the point where I feel comfortable, you know what I'm saying? But it's not easy, bro. Like after, like, yo, it really do take a toll and it just makes me sick and dizzy. Like you could feel it. Erica, I don't think you understand about motion sickness unless you have a VR headset and you got it and you play a VR headset, then you might know. But even with that, this take doesn't make any fucking sense whatsoever because Indiana Jones is not even like a VR. It's not even going to be VR compatible. Like, so how would you play this game in VR? And even if Game Pass is on the Oculus Quest right now and you download this game, it doesn't have VR features like where you could, like, if you turn your head in VR, Indiana Jones is going to turn his head. I don't think they're going to have that. I think it's just going to be the regular base game and you can just watch it inside of your Oculus Quest. So you're not going to get all motion sickness unless like the only way you're gonna get motion sickness is probably like maybe the refresh rate of it. Like maybe your eyes is not seeing, you know, whatever. If that's the case, that could be it. But I don't think, Erica, I don't think you're gonna play a fucking Indiana Jones game or any other game in VR headset anyway. So this whole fucking take is a fucking hot take. Trust me, you know, I don't care whether or not you're hot or not. I think your whole hot take is just a fucking hot take. This is like the most egregious take I have ever heard in my life. And the one that it just doesn't make any fucking sense whatsoever.
telling you to fix your body? Well, you guys, me having motion sickness
Her body is not the problem here. It's just her fucking take is the problem.
on certain games and others out there sharing the same issue has more than a few people thinking we all of a sudden are pretending to suffer from this.
Look, motion sickness will be more towards like your whole self and your body moving. That's motion sickness. When you're playing a game, like honestly, like even just watching a movie in a theater, you don't get motion sickness from watching a movie in the theater because you're just sitting still and you're just watching a movie and letting it play out with all of its action scenes. You're not doing anything. You're not moving your fucking body. You're not trying to jump and do juggles. You're not doing fucking backflips. You're not doing anything. You're just sitting down. So how the fuck are you gonna get motion sickness from that? That's the crazy part. If you can't even handle Indiana Jones, then what makes you handle in a fucking movie theater? I don't know. I don't fucking know. Like, I can't even see you sitting there saying, oh yeah, I watched the MCU. Yeah, I watched Marvel's Avengers. I watched Avengers and all this shit or whatever. And I'm like, okay, did you watch it in a movie theater? Yeah, okay. So how can you handle watching that in the movie theater, you know, not feeling sick, but then if you play in the Indiana Jones game, you get motion sickness? Like, how does that fucking work? How does that even make any sense? Oh, come on, bro.
Because apparently we want to use our motion sickness as a way to downplay and go against Indiana Jones because it is a first-person game. Oh god, the Xbox tax is back, isn't it? It's okay, Maria. I got this. Okay, my motion sickness has been around way too damn long to just be mocked like this. No, but in all seriousness, many of us really can't play an action-adventure game in first person because, yes, it makes us sick. So seeing...
Do you not hear this? Oh, God. Oh, my God. Please. Please tell me this is not... Oh, God. Get the fuck out of here. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely fucking ridiculous. Oh man, in all seriousness, you guys, we cannot. I cannot play Indiana Jones because in first person it's gonna give me motion sickness. Are we fucking serious?
Indiana Jones being first person was disappointing for me. So I tweeted this out. The dream is over. It's first person and I can't play it. But man, never have I ever dealt with the backlash.
Yeah. Like, because this take is so fucking stupid. It's just, this whole fucking take is just stupid. Like, all you gotta do, like this, Erica, let me give you some fucking pointers here. Here, let me go come closer to the fucking mic so I can tell you. All you gotta say is, like, look, Indiana Jones look good. It's in first person. My preference is third person. I would really like that. But it's in first person. So for me, I'm not going to be really picking up and playing the game. That's all it is. That's all you got to fucking say. You don't have to say fucking emotion sickness and stuff like that. I prefer more third person games than first person. I really wanted to see Indiana Jones to be first person, but unfortunately they're gonna just have it in first person and a little bit of third person, but not the whole game to be third person. It's not my type of game. I really like third person over first person any day of the week. Not to say that I don't enjoy first person games. My preference is mainly third person. So therefore, I'm not buying the game. It looks incredible. It looks great. I'm just not buying it because of my own preference and my own opinions. That's perfectly fine. Bitch, I don't have a problem for you saying that because everybody has their fucking preference. Like, it's not a fucking problem. But look, this whole take, it just doesn't make any fucking sense, bro. It's just like, what the fuck, man? Why would... why? Like, oh my god, yo. You're just slapping something on top of there that doesn't make any sense. Just all you gotta do is just say, like, look, it's just not for me. It's not the game for me. It's in whatever. I like third person games over first person. That's just me. I'm not saying I disown or dislike every first person game, but I'm just not feeling for this game. Look, I just said that for fucking not too long ago, right? For fucking whatchamacallit, right? Hellblade, right? Hellblade is not a game for me, right? I'm not lying. I'm not trying to make up stories. I'm not saying, oh my god, Hellblade gives me motion sickness. I'm just saying the story and the setting and the tone is not up my alley. Okay? I'm being honest. I said I like more towards of the Victorian era steampunk type of world, or kind of like Metroid Exodus, where it's like, you know, things went to shit. There's not like some zombie game. It's just like, you know, things got destroyed, or, you know, whatever. Those games, right, are fine. Those games I can sit here and say, yeah, I can play this and I can enjoy it and have fun. But hey, I give credit where credit is due. Hellblade is not a bad game. Hellblade looks amazing. It looks good. It's just not the game for me. It's the setting and the tone for me. It's just not the game for me. I'm not going to get it. All right? That's just for me. I know my games, what I like and what I don't like. Right? Everybody has a preference. Everybody has a saying. But I'm not making up some fucking bullshit of like motion sickness. Why? Like, what the fuck? Like, why? Why are you putting that in there? Like, stop. This doesn't make any fucking sense.
That I received like this. Just go play Uncharted, they said. Games don't revolve around you, they said. You're mad, Erica. You just all of a sudden have motion sickness because it's an Xbox game. Tell me I'm wrong, because when I tweeted this about Avatar, none of y'all were there to be found. Where were you guys when I said all of this? And where were you when I wanted Cyberpunk to be third person as well? Wait a minute, who is this agreeing with me?
I know that ain't who I think it is.
Well, would you look at that? It's our friend Sean.
What the fuck?
And wait a minute, Colt Eastwood too? That's interesting. I'm sorry, Colt. And by association, I'm sorry too, Gaz. Not too long ago, we were frolicking around, taking Nicola cough drops and making fun of the pony stables. Nicola. But here you are flip-flopping like a goddamn pancake at IHOP.
Yeah.
I personally, again, it's preference. I don't want to play a first-person Indiana Jones game.
It has to be third person, man. It would be so dumb if it isn't. I'm sorry.
I kind of want to see him like going around, jumping, and using my whip and shooting and doing things. So I guess it's a preference that I would like to see it be third person. And if it can compete on the level that Uncharted did with the puzzles and going on these different hunts and stuff, that would be awesome. That would be a huge.
You cannot compare it with Uncharted. This is how you know this person is not a gamer whatsoever. Because if you know anything about Indiana Jones, which I've been telling people for quite a while, that Indiana Jones is not a gun person. He is a close quarter combat fist fighting person and using his tool. His gun is his last resort. Indiana Jones just like throw out the pistol everywhere and just shoot everybody because he got a pistol. Yeah, he has a pistol to defend himself. To use it, but he's not a fucking maniac like Uncharted. Uncharted, when you talk about Uncharted and Nathan Drake, he is a gun person. Nathan Drake is 100% a gun person. Not to say it's a bad thing, but you can't make comparison between Indiana Jones and Uncharted. They are two completely different games and two different styles.
Huge win. In my eyes, from them.
Also something fresh as well, because we haven't seen Tomb Raider for a while. And like an exploration.
Or Uncharted, right? It's been a while since Lost Legacy. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This music is fucking awful. I don't know why you put this in this fucking shit, but please stop, Erica.
Within a week, we went from thinking it would be cool to have an Uncharted competitor to, oh, it's good that it's first person, or else it would look like Uncharted. This was a common theme on Twitter after the Indiana Jones reveal. Xbox gamers going around saying that they don't want another Sony template game. And
which is true, because nobody wants a fucking copy and paste template game. I've been saying that for the longest time. Like, I don't want, like, whatever machine game does, whether it's third person or first person, I'm just going to play the game regardless. I'm not going to make up some excuses like, oh, I can't play the game because of motion sickness. What kind of dumbass excuse is that?
And that Sony fans just want Indiana Jones to look like a Sony game.
This is more like, I'm going to damage control the whole situation and try to backpedal my way out of this shit. That's just basically what this is, this whole fucking video.
I really learned something from this community. Apparently.
Yeah, you know what? I really learned something out of you too, Erica. Erica for the win. More like for the L. Because, you know what I learned? I learned that, you know, how to weasel your way out of a situation off of your dumbass, hot-ass take. Saying, you know what? Let me backpedal this shit up out of here. Let me put all these other motherfuckers involved that probably wasn't even taking this shit seriously to begin with. And let me just slap a video together and then try to weasel my way out of this to make excuses. You know, trying to weasel out of the situation, right? And try to backpedal. Like, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So it's like, I don't understand why you doing this for. God, it's just, this is just mind-blowing. Mind-blowing.
Apparently all
Oh my
third-person
God.
games are the same, and they were all made by Sony. Yeah, that's right. Sony made Mass Effect, they made Gears of War, they made Dark Souls, they even made Tomb Raider. And speaking of Tomb Raider, the best tweet I read during all of this nonsense needs more recognition, so I'm going to read it to you guys.
Look, the best hot take that needs recognition right now is you saying that this game will give you motion sickness because Indiana Jones is in first person, which it doesn't make any sense whatsoever because Indiana Jones ain't got that but oh my God, this is ridiculous.
This is a tweet by Avoid Temptation, and it says, when the Tomb Raider reboot came out, people said it copied Uncharted, yet it was able to stand on its own because it was a good game. Indiana Jones not being third person because people would compare it to Uncharted is a stupid cop-out. It's definitely a cop-out. I want to give this tweet 1 million likes because it's so true. But even more so than a cop-out, it's just convenient to say for these Xbox fans. And that's all this really is.
Look, it's just convenient for you to say, hey, I made this stupid ass hot take. Now I'm going to throw and put everyone else to blame because I've made this really dumbass hot take rather than just coming out and just saying like, okay, first person is not for me. I prefer third person. It's not going to be the game for me to buy. Other than that, the game looks good. It looks amazing. You know, it's just not right up my alley for Indiana Jones. That's all you have to say, right? That's perfectly fine. Everybody has a fucking preference. I'm not going to hate you for that. But you fucking saying there saying that you're going to get motion sickness from playing this game because it's in first person as Indiana Jones? You're going to get motion sickness? Like Xbox and Microsoft is not forcing you to wear a fucking Meta Quest VR headset to play this game in first person. Like, you're literally playing it on a screen, on a TV, and you're sitting back, and you're just playing the game. You're just chilling. And really, this game doesn't even have that much shit going on. So, it's nowhere near, like, Uncharted level. Right? So, let's quickly, right, to end this video right here, because I don't want to hear another word from this dumbass fucking shit. This shit is just sounds so fucking stupid. But you know what I learned today? I learned that these so-called gamers, right? These so-called whatever the fuck they are, can weasel their way out so easily. They could just go on here and make a video and say, let me just weasel my way out of this. Let me just make a video today. Let me go put all this other stupid nonsense bullshit talking about making comparison to Uncharted. This whole video is mainly you trying to weasel your way out, trying to backpedal your way out of some fucking dumbass hot take that you said from the very fucking beginning here.
And fan, not just because I like it better, but also because the first person could give me motion sickness at times.
That right there. And then saying a whole bunch of bullshit all the way here that I don't give a fuck about. That I can care less. Let's move on. Now, again, people who are trying to make comparison to Uncharted. Okay? Uncharted got a whole bunch of shit going on. But let me just explain to you this. Uncharted. This is Uncharted 4 from the chase scene, okay? This gets, you could nitpick through this and really sit there and it will take you out of the experience. For me, personally, I'm not an Uncharted fan. I'm not. I can care less about Uncharted. I'm not saying Uncharted is a bad game. For me, I don't play the game. I'm not really into it. I don't like what they're doing, and I don't like the setup scenes. Some of it is just way too much shit going on, but I'm not going to make the excuse like fucking Ericutz4thewin say, oh my god, I play Uncharted in third person, and it just gave me so much motion sickness. Look how much shit going on in the game. I don't know what to do. I can't follow the truck. Oh my god, look at it. Oh my god. Oh look, it gave me motion sickness. I'm not making up that fucking excuses. Some dumbass bullshit. This is literally from a perspective from me, because Uncharted and Nathan Drake is mainly a gun-focused type of adventure. You know what I'm saying? Nathan Drake, yeah, he's up there for like treasure and shit like that, but he's mainly gun focused. He's not close quarter combat. He's gun focused. So he will much rather shoot from a distance, from short range or long distance. He'd much rather shoot than trying to fight somebody, which is understandable. That's Nathan Drake's style. But for me, like, again, there's certain things that just takes me out of the experience. Like, again, back in those times, like, it was good. Like, the game was good. It plays well. It still plays well. It still looks good. Cool. But there's certain things, like, this takes me out of it. Like, where, like, how, like, I'm just nitpicking a little bit. But, like, let's say for, like, this, for example. He's on this part. There's, like, an object right here. I want you to pay attention to this rope and look where the direction he's at. You see how it still stays slanted right there? That right there, that takes out the experience, right? Because when you go back, right, and you see him climbing, you see how he's like his whole body swings? When you swinging out, going this way, then what's the normal reaction? The reaction is you're going to swing right back in. So normally he would have been swinging right back in and either trying to miss this thing and try to go underneath here and come back out, or he would have hit this and hurt himself. You know what I'm saying? But you see how it still stays slanted the whole way through. You know what I'm saying? That's one gripe about the game. Then when you see stuff like this, like where when he got dragged, this part is very interesting. Because like this right here, when he gets dragged, you see how the truck is going this way. He's getting dragged right here. He would have easily slammed into this because it would have made sense. But you see how it feels like it's more like it keeps on that path, and it's not doing like actual like good physics. It's like it's more like, here's a path, we're gonna let you go. We're gonna pretend like, yeah, you almost hit it, and then you don't. Really, he would have really in real life, like honestly, his body would have easily got slammed right here, and then he would have got around the fucking corner, if that makes sense. But you see how it went slow and then it just dips out. It just takes me out of the experience. But you can see like there's a lot of shit going on down in this chase. Like that right there, for example, like that one takes me out of the experience. Like, it's a good game, don't get me wrong. It's not a bad chase scene, but there's certain scenes in this you can literally nitpick through, like where it's just, it takes you out the experience. Like this right here. Now, normally when you shoot and you shoot these guys, normally the truck will never blow up anyway. It will just, you just kill them and the truck will slow down and maybe careen off the edge. Like, it doesn't have like physics where it's like, okay, there's nobody driving, it'll just keep whatever that speed and then it'll just like go off or whatever. It's like what they did in this game, they just made it they made this combined with gameplay to make it feel like it's like a whole cutscene played out, but you're doing something, but it's off-putting. Like when you shoot this, right? He only shoot a couple of shots and then all of a sudden, oh my god, it blow up. And then the guy got like fling up in the air, and then the truck starts to fling over and stuff. It's just not it's just not good. It's just, and then like that right there, like where he's trying to get up, trying to stand up and stuff, like right here, like it's just not, like literally it would be hard to stand up trying to climb up a roof and try to stand up. Like there's no way in hell. Right, boom, that's fine, that makes sense. Boom, go right here. Now you can see Nathan Drake has always been a gun person. He is a gun person, you know, AK-47, you know, got his pistol. It doesn't matter what weapon he'll pick up. He's a gun person. But another thing that doesn't make any sense is the fact that he has to stand on top of the truck shooting everyone else, right? I don't know what mode that this person is playing, but it's just so unnecessary. It's like, why would you stand on top of the truck? And then, like, the truck is moving side to side, left and right. You know, it's on uneven terrain. Honestly, if you stand on top of the truck, you would have fallen the fuck off. So, the best way to play this game, you should be standing behind cover. But That doesn't do that shit. Then he's over here like doing all this shooting stuff, blah blah blah. Like this is more like a shooting gallery, but with just a little bit more things you can do in this shit. But it's not really all that in a bag of chips. It's just like, you know, it's not that great. And then like you got this one guy was really shooting at you, you would have been dead. Right? Shooting the bike, that makes sense. That's fine. Right there, we're like there with that kind of setup, that's fine. You know, but then he's still standing on top of the truck. Like, why are you doing that? Just stand behind cover. You know, that's the best way to make sense. And then, like that, ugh, my God, I'm just not feeling for it. And again, now we just saw that, right? That's Uncharted. Now they trying to make comparison here between like it has to be like, you know, Indiana Jones has to be like Uncharted 4 or whatever. I don't think you quite understand what Indiana Jones is about, but this is the Indiana Jones, the Raiders of the Lost Ark, right? And this is the cave scene right here, the gold golem, right? I'm gonna play out this whole scene right here, right? And I want you to pay attention to this because this is it's pretty much is gonna be good. It's about like 6 minutes long.
Give him the whip. Throw me the idol. No time to argue. Throw me the idol. I throw you the whip. Give me the whip. Adiós, señor.
Now you notice that he didn't pull out not one pistol, which he could have, which he had it on his hand the whole time. He could have easily shot him if he wanted to, right? Could have easily shot him, right? But he did it. He did not shoot him. So he's like, adios, amigo, boom. He's out of there. You know what I'm saying? So that's where you could tell the difference between this Indiana Jones is not a gun person. Indiana Jones is not a gun person. Like, yes, he uses the gun when he needs to, but he's not going to use it for every single thing. Like Uncharted. Look, Uncharted, Nathan Drake is a gun person. He uses guns, he uses pistols, he will shoot, they're shooting at him. And you can see, like, look how many people are shooting him all at once on the screen. And then you want people to say, like, yo, this got to be Uncharted. But then when you look at like an Indiana Jones film, right? We go back to that same part, right? Now, note to self. Note to self. He has the pistol in his hand. He has the pistol.
Give me the whip. Adios, señor.
See, look. He has the pistol and he could have easily shot him if he wanted to, right? And then jump over, grab the whip, and then left his body there. But he's like, okay, I'll give you this, give me the whip. You trust him and he, you know, whatever. And then he has to escape. Right? You have to run. You gotta jump. Right? Did all that stuff. And then when he escaped, got his whip. That's what Indiana Jones is about. He's mostly using his fist-to-fist close quarter combat. He uses his whip. His gun is his last resort. He is not Uncharted. Uncharted Uncharted is all about guns. You can see right here. It's all about guns, weapons, shooting. Look at this. He's almost about to die. This is not a fun game. This is just bad game design. This is terrible. Like, this person is almost about to be dead. He's doing all this crazy stunts and shit like that. But what are you doing, Nate? This is not a fun game. This is just basically it's a shooting gallery, but you're on the move. And yeah, you're getting shot by like, how many enemies was that shit on the screen? You can see on the screen, like, look at how many enemies on here. Like, this is crazy. And that doesn't make any sense. Fuck. How the fuck you could jump out of the vehicle and then go into a rope? Like, look at this. He's in a vehicle. He's good. And then all of a sudden, he's jumping out the rope, and then you got to shoot the rope over there to latch on. Like, and then he got, like, this many enemies shooting at him all at once. This is terrible. This is how you know people don't know about gaming whatsoever. Oh, damn. See that? Look at that. He got fucking killed. Shit.
Adios, Peter.
He's like, adios. But as you see, that's Indiana Jones right there. That is Indiana Jones through and through. He even had to kill him. Like, the traps just kill him. You see, that's Indiana Jones, okay? He didn't even use the pistol not one time throughout this whole scene right here.
Dr. Jones, again we see there is nothing you can possess which I cannot take away. And you thought I'd given up.
And you see, he had the pistol the whole time in there. He could have taken one shot to kill that man that was passing the golem and didn't pass the whip to him. He didn't even waste a bullet. He didn't even waste a bullet. Again, Indiana Jones, he uses the gun as the last resort. He doesn't use it willy-nilly like Uncharted. Like, he just like, I'm just gonna pop heads. Uncharted is a shooting gallery. Indiana Jones is a puzzle and adventure game.
You chose the wrong friends. This time it will cost you.
Too bad the
See that? And then look at this right here, this scene. See, he doesn't have a whole bunch of weapons on him. He doesn't carry like an AK-47. He doesn't have a Uzi. He's not gonna murder and shoot up all these people behind him. He doesn't have nothing to defend him. So he doesn't have a pistol. I think he doesn't even have his whip. And what his whip is gonna do? Nothing.
There's a big snake in the plane, Jock! Oh, that's just my pet snake, Reggie! I hate snakes, Jock!
You see, that's Indiana Jones right there, bro. That's the difference between there and there. And so, for Indiana Jones game to be first person, I think they made the right call for that. In my personal opinion, they made the right call. And on top of that, that studio was well known to do first person shooter games anyway. So it should not be all that surprising that, oh yeah, Wolfenstein, right? And Machine Games, they make first-person shooters. That makes sense. Okay. And plus, they fit the bill anyway because of the fact that, again, Indiana Jones doesn't have that much shit going on, and there's nothing like that. So we just watched that, right? Then when you look at the gameplay for this, right? You're looking at all the stuff, right? The puzzles, right? The tombs, right? This feels like Indiana Jones, pretty much, through and through. Okay? This is basically what they're trying to capture. Just like in that little clip, this is what they basically trying to do. Like, it's not gonna be some like, oh, Uncharted shit where it's like, here's like 30 fucking enemies on the screen. Look, we're gonna make the screen all gray out, and then we're gonna put all like this. Like, they try to make the game authentic as possible. But then we got like this bitch over here making up excuses that, oh no, I get motion sickness from like, just Erica, just stop. It doesn't make any fucking sense. And then trying to make a comparison to Uncharted, look at this. This is Uncharted for you. Whole bunch of people shooting at you. You about to be dead in like in a few minutes. And jumping on here, trying to do all this close quarter combat. But Nathan Drake is a gun person. He is a gun person. Look at this dude. What are you doing, my dude? This is insane. I don't know what. Oh my god. Like, bro, stop this. Stop this. They want Indiana Jones to be like this. I don't want it to be like this. This will be fucking a detriment. Look, if you want me to compare what represents, like, closely represents to Indiana Jones, Uncharted, this will be a fair comparison to a movie. Will be more towards like this. The Mummy from 1999. This movie is more of a comparison to Uncharted. You're gonna see why. Watch this. See, I forgot his Brian Fraser, I think. Brian Fraser. Yeah, Brendan Fraser. Brendan Fraser in this movie, right? He is more comparable to Uncharted. Like, he is more comparable to Uncharted because when you look at his guns and his weapons, he is more of a gun person in this movie than he was in Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones is a tool person in close quarter combat than anything else. Brendan Fraser in The Mummy is more comparable to Uncharted. Then you can see why. When you get down to the nitty-gritty. Now, I want you to pay attention to this moment where you got all these, like, enemies, whatever, and they're focusing on their attack on somewhere else. They're not like Uncharted, where they got this egregious bullshit, where you see, like, this. Like, look at this shit. This is absolutely disgusting, where you got, like, this many enemies on the screen. Bro, you don't need this much to do a whole chase scene and a cutscene of this. Like, they need to lower that shit down, but they made it so retarded. Like, look at this. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, like 9 different fucking enemies on the screen at once, shooting you, trying to tear your fucking ass up. And you're trying to jump on one vehicle to another, and then look at this. They want Indiana Jones game to be like this. You cannot make comparison to this, like, at all, whatsoever. Like, what are we talking about here? This is not even a good comparison. You want to make a comparison, it would be like something like the Mummy is more comparable to Uncharted than it would in Indiana Jones. So I want you to pay attention to this part. This part, you'll understand why I will say The Mummy in 1999 is more comparable to Uncharted 4 and any other Uncharted games that is more comparable. You see what he's doing right there. That's Uncharted right there. But Uncharted 4 they fucked up because they put too much enemies and too much shit on the screen. That's why they put it in third person, because they got so much shit going on in the background, so many things is going on. That's why they got to pull it back and make it third person, because all of this shit that's going down like this is what you're doing. All of this shit going down. You got this bad guy, this one. You got like so many enemies on one screen for one person to kill. It's fucking ridiculous, and it just takes away the experience. It doesn't even feel like it's more grounded. This feels like it's just a shooting gallery on fucking wheels. That's all it is. It's just a shooting gallery on wheels. But then when you start to see like battles, like actual like shootout battles, this is what Uncharted should have been set up, something like this, where it's like more like you feel pressure, but it's not like there's like 30 enemy on this screen. It's like focusing on Brandon Fraser. There's like other things going on in the background, like it's chaos, but you have more room to breathe, to like, you know, pick your shots, you know what I'm saying, and backing it up. This is what shooting games should have been doing, something like this, more the right way. Look at this. I like that, where he just like, hold on, let me back up a little bit right here towards the front.
Run, Benny! Run! Get inside! Get inside! Hey! Don't you close that door! Don't you close that door!
See? You know, this is more comparable to Uncharted. Like, he's backing up, and Brandon Fraser is like literally taking his shots. Like, that's what I love about that scene so much, because of the fact that it's not like in a video game where it's just like all these enemies is like, well, like these three is gonna be focusing on him, but they're like going around taking care of the rest of them. But then again, you see him like how like this is more comparable to Uncharted, because you can see him where he's like dual wielding pistols and stuff. You could sit there and say, well, that could be Tomb Raider too, but you see he's more of a gun person. He is a gun person. He doesn't care about like puzzle solving and treasure, you know, whatever, treasure hunting and stuff like that. You know, I mean, he does care about treasure, like he wants to get money and stuff. But he's more of a gun focused person. This is more like Uncharted. And you can tell, like, look at this. Backing up, boom, putting down his guns, dum, 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 going up the little rampway, trying to like hold him off, like in doing stuff like that. That's cool. That's like some good ass action, like well done. But then we're still playing this type of garbage right here, where he's standing on top of the truck, doesn't make any sense. He's getting shot at both sides. Then he tried to jump over here. It's just this doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then like the truck got blown up and stuff. It's just, and then it goes transition into this. It's just, you know, that's cool right there, where a guy like go on the hood, like that's fine whatsoever. But then again, you don't see him like, you know, he's more rigid when he climbs. You don't see him like being shaken, thrown off, like he's holding on to dear life. Like, I don't know why they couldn't do something like that, but you know, it's Uncharted. you know, there's certain things that make sense. There's certain things that just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I wouldn't say this is the greatest chase scene. I think there's other chase scenes that are like that, for example. Like, how the fuck does this go? How the fuck this is the greatest chase scene, right? Look at this. Look at this. My dude is Spider-Man. How did he get from there to here? How the fuck does anybody tells me that, oh man, Uncharted is the best game ever, like, but then you got shit like this that doesn't make any sense whatsoever? How does he jump from all the way back there to get to the front? You get to the front by driving up the bike up here, and then he's like jumping off in the back and the front. That makes sense. How the fuck do you go from Spider-Man from the... Is that Spider-Man underneath that suit? Like, I'm serious. Like, is that literally Spider-Man underneath that suit? It just doesn't make any sense. Watch this for a minute. Look at this. How do you jump from... What? That doesn't make any sense. But then again, but here, we got people out here wants to make comparison, or they want Indiana Jones game to be like this. They want this game, right? This game to be like this game. They want it to be like this. This is the most funniest shit I ever seen in this. They talking about this is the best chase in a video game in history. I hate to say this, I hate to break it to you, but it's not. This chase and this whole scene is fucking garbage, and it doesn't make any sense. You got a fucking dude that did a Spider-Man web on top of the hood. It makes no damn sense. So, other than that, I'm about to start ending it right here, but Erica, you're not weaseling your way out of this one. Erica, you did the most hottest fucking take I've ever heard in my life in 2024, starting off this year. I think this is going to be one of, if not one of the funniest hot take I have ever heard in gaming in 2024. Like, I'm going to get motion sickness from playing Indiana Jones, but I'm not going to get motion sickness from playing Uncharted. And oh man, Uncharted is so amazing and all this bullshit. But then we got this Spider-Man bullshit. Dude, we got 6, 7, 8 different enemies on the screen. Nathan Drake is a gun person. Like, look at this. Look at this. This is... How the fuck does he jump from there to there? That doesn't make any sense. But yeah, oh... Yeah, this is the best chase scene ever. No, it's not. No, the fuck it's not. I seen better than this. I seen way better than this. Way better. This is the worst chase scene I have ever seen in my life. Because how the fuck do you get from there to there? Like, damn, yo. This is crazy. Like, fuck. The Mummy. The Mummy has better chase scenes in this movie than even Uncharted can ever have. Okay? Indiana Jones has better chase scenes than even Uncharted could ever have. So, it's like case in point. So, right? But anyway, that's a wrap from right here. So let me know down below what you guys think about the layoffs, physical media and stuff like that. And also the developer direct. And Erica for the win for her hot take. I don't think she gets a W for that. Like, she literally gets an L for that. Like, it makes no sense. I don't know why. Don't ask me how. I don't know her, but she definitely don't. That was just an awful take. That's the most cringiest take I ever heard starting off in January in 2024. That was so fucking cringe. And it makes no fucking sense. Maybe, you know what? Maybe Erica needs to go outside, maybe touch some real grass. You know, go on actual, like, roller coaster rides, or, you know, maybe going on skydiving, bungee jumping. That will really give you motion sickness. You know, like in real life. Not in a video game that's literally is flat and I'm not wearing a VR headset, that's not going to give you motion sickness. How about you go take a step outside and you know, actually do some of those activities and then come back to me and say, yeah, I really do have motion sickness out in the real world. And I made the most stupidest fucking take that I said that I'm going to get motion sickness from a first-person shooter, well, first-person action-adventure game called Indiana Jones. Like, one of the worst take I've ever heard in my life, but I digress. But let me know, guys, what you guys think. And I'll see you guys on the next one. And peace.